Hello everybody. So today we are going to discuss about the application of remote sensing and GIS in land use land cover studies. So here we'll discuss about what is land use, what is land cover, and how remote sensing and GIS help in land use land cover studies. So I'm sharing my screen. Topic is basically application of remote sensing and GIS in land use land cover studies. So the content is what is land use and what is land cover, then how remote sensing and GIS help in land use land cover studies. And these helps are basically associated with land use land cover assessment. Here LULC means the sorry. Here LULC means the land use and land cover assessment, then land use land cover mapping, land use land cover change analysis, that is spatial temporal changes, land use land cover suitability assessment, land use land cover planning, and decision support system. So these are the things how remote sensing help in land use land cover studies. So let's go to the detail. So what is land use and what is land cover? So land cover refers to the feature present, and land use refers to the human activity associated with the plot of land. So whatever available naturally over the surface of the earth, because surface of the earth is consist of water and land. Okay, so whatever land is available naturally without any human impact or human influence, that is basically called as the land cover. And whenever human utilize the land for any purpose, that is basically called as the land use. So land cover, the type of physical feature present on the surface of the earth. So whatever physical feature naturally available, that is basically called as the land cover. For example, cornfields, lakes, forest, concrete highways. So these are basically land cover. You can compare, but you can generally you can say the forest cover or the national park or any area which is not influenced by human activities. And land use refer to the human activity of economic function associated with it. Okay, so that is basically called as the land use and land cover. Hope you understand what is land use and land cover. So how remote sensing and GIS help in land use land cover studies? So remote sensing and GIS, I know you already understand what is remote sensing and what is GIS. So these particular tools, remote sensing, GIS, or geospatial tool as a whole, how it help in any kind of land use land cover studies. So first of all, we should understand land use land cover assessment. Okay, so remote sensing help in a massive way or in a very effective way in land use land cover assessment, because remote sensing that provide us the satellite images, and GIS, the geographical information system, we can generate a database of the different categories or different categories of land, and it can assess those things in a very effective way. So remote sensing and GIS is very much useful tool to assess the status of land use land cover any place of the world. For example, in Assam, what is the percentage of agricultural land? What is the percentage of water body? What is the percentage of forest cover? What is the percentage of barren land? So like this, if you understand, if you want to gather the information of what is the percentage of different categories of land, so remote sensing and GIS can help us in a very effective and very systematic way. So land use land cover categorization or classification is possible in a very short period of time and in a very cost effective manner using remote sensing and GIS. So we have different categories of land. For example, we have a forest cover. Within the forest, we have semi-evergreen forest, mixed forest, deciduous forest, dense forest, open forest. So different categorization is there within the forest. For example, in the built-up area, we can categorize built-up urban, built-up rural. So like this, different categories are there. For similarly, agriculture, we have kharif agriculture, we have double crop agriculture, we have rabi agriculture. So different categories are there. Okay. So these categories are, if you do this manual classification, it will take lots of time. So remote sensing and GIS can help us to classify or categorize the different categories of land in a very short period of time in a very cost effective manner, because satellite imagery we can get in most of the satellite imagery we can get in free of cost. Okay. For any kind of planning process, land use land cover assessment is the basic necessity, and it is the, in this case, remote sensing and GIS is quite effective tools for any kind of process, planning process. If you want to go for any kind of planning, land use planning, or any kind of urban planning, so land use land cover assessment is very much essential. For example, you want to plan a master plan of Guwahati city. So in that situation, you should understand how much area is available for what categories of land. Okay, so that assessment we can do with the help of remote sensing, and remote sensing help us to get that kind of information. For example, I'm showing you a satellite imagery of Assam, our state of Assam. From this image, or this is a raw data, from this image we can categorize the different categories of land. So these are different categories of land. For example, evergreen forest, semi-evergreen forest, like this we can categorize the different land use land cover maps of Assam. And we can also get the area in square kilometer, also get the statistics of different categories. For example, agriculture, for example, 46.88 square kilometer total area in the state of Assam. 46.88 square percentage of area is covered by agricultural field. So that kind of classification as well as the categorization and statistical analysis we can do with the help of remote sensing and GIS. Next, coming to the land use land cover mapping. Mapping of land use land cover is very much essential to get the idea of distribution pattern of the different LULC categories. LULC means land use and land cover. So mapping of LULC is very much essential to get the idea of distribution pattern, where the particular land cover or land use pattern is available. So that is possible with the help of maps, and GIS help us to get or generate maps. Okay, so with the help of GIS we can create, or we can generate, or we can produce the maps, or to get to show the distribution of different land use land cover categories. Similarly, remote sensing and GIS are the tools which help in mapping of LULC categories and get the distribution pattern of land use and land cover. Okay, so distribution pattern of entire country, distribution pattern of particular area or district, different categories of land use in a particular district, different categories of land use in a particular state. That possible with the help of remote sensing and GIS. So I am showing here a land use land cover map of Goalpara district of Assam. Similarly, this is the land use land cover map of Kaziranga National Park. This is a land cover map of Namri National Park. So like this, we can categorize the different categories of forest or the different categories of land use, and you can generate the maps. And these maps are very much useful to get the idea where particular forest cover is available. Okay. Similarly, how remote sensing help in GIS in change analysis. So remote sensing and GIS essential tool to detect the changes in land use land cover. Okay, for example, the situation of land use land cover of any part of the Assam in 1970 was different, and at this moment in 2020 it is different. So how to get that change, how to get that historical changes, whatever changes occurred. So remote sensing is the only method, or only tool which can help us. We have the satellite imageries from 1975 onwards of any part of India. So from 75, we can do the different time series analysis from 75, 78, or 85, 95, 2005, 2020, how much forest cover, how much built up area, how much agricultural land had changed, how much water bodies decrease or increase. That kind of analysis we can do with the help of remote sensing. I'm showing some examples. So this is, for example, a image of Nambor Doigurung Reserve Forest in 1974. It was reserve forest. This green line indicates the forest boundary. This yellow line indicates the district boundary. This side is Karbi Anglong, this side is Golaghat district. So here you can see this is the infrared image. I think you know very well what is infrared image. So this basically represents the forest cover. The red color indicates the forest. So this was the situation in 1974. It is completely dense forest was there, because you can see here the red leaf rectangle is quite high in 1974. So here forest cover was there. In the next slide, if you see this particular area, so this particular area and this particular area, the lots of deforestation occurred in 1991, and in 2004 you see, so completely these areas are completely deforested. So this is nothing but the land use land cover change. Okay, earlier it was a forest in 1974, and now it is converted into agricultural field. So you can just click. This is 74, this is 91, and this is 2004. So how much change occurred? We can easily identify that these are the places where deforestation has occurred or land use has changed. That kind of things we can do. Similarly, this is a satellite imagery of Manas National Park. So this is 1991 satellite imagery. Here in this area, you can see forest was there in 1991, but in 2004, this particular area deforestation was occurred. Okay, so that kind of things analysis we can do with the help of remote sensing and GIS. Next, coming to the suitability assessment. So remote sensing and GIS help in land use suitability assessment, land use land cover suitability assessment. So remote sensing and GIS are very much effective tool to assess the suitability and land capability analysis of any part of the world. Okay, for example, what is suitability? What is suitability means which particular land use or land cover is suitable for what purpose. Okay, similarly, land capability, which particular land area is capable for what purpose. That particular area, for example, one land is suitable for agriculture, but we are creating some built-up areas in that particular area because for in that situation, that particular land will not be much more productive. So that kind of analysis, suitability and capability analysis, we can do with the help of remote sensing and GIS. Which land cover or land use is suitable for what purpose? That kind of assessment can be done with the help of remote sensing and GIS. So next, coming to the land use planning. So land use land cover planning is very essential to utilize the land resources in a more effective way. For example, any kind of decision making process, we need planning. Okay, so without planning, it is not possible to do the much more effective decisions. Okay, so planning is very much essential. So land use land cover planning is a very much essential tool to utilize the land resources in a more effective and more productive way. Proper utilization of land resources is not possible without proper planning. Okay, and remote sensing and GIS help in planning of land use land cover and the different categories of land use land cover. Okay, next, coming to the how remote sensing help in the way of decision support system. So for any kind of spatial decision making process, we need spatial data. We know very well, we geographers, we know understand very well what is spatial data. So any kind of decision making process in spatial context, we need the spatial data, and remote sensing and GIS provide spatial data, and one can customize the tools to generate the spatial decision support system. Okay, so we have the different kind of data, spatial data, non-spatial data, and GIS and remote sensing can integrate those data, and with the help of these tools, we can generate some spatial decision making system or the spatial decision support system. This spatial decision support system provide necessary support to the users, okay, or the decision makers to utilize the land resources in a more productive way. Okay, so with the help of these systems, we can generate different products, and from here we can take the appropriate decision at the real world situation. Okay, and it will help us to get much more benefit from the land resources or land use land cover resources. Okay, so that's why it is very much essential. That's from here we understand that remote sensing and GIS are very effective tool, and these tools are very much essential for any kind of land use land cover studies. Okay, so it helps us in assessment, it helps us in planning, it helps us in change analysis, it helps us in any kind of mapping. Okay, it helps us in decision support system. So like this, remote sensing and GIS help us in land use land cover studies. So that's much for today. Thank you very much, hope you understand, and if you any questions, any doubt, so you can ask me in WhatsApp, and we can discuss on the much more better way. Thank you very much.